Hey, it's Lauren with Bead Box Bargains. I am so excited to show you the new upcoming items we're going to be working on listing this week, starting today, Monday the 14th through Friday the 18th. We are going to have a lot of fun new things coming up. So first of all, look at these stunning floral links. These are back in stock. They went really quickly last time. I was thrilled to be able to get them back again. And just, I love those cubic zirconia. We have gold plated and platinum plated in the clear cubic zirconia. We have these gorgeous purple cubic zirconia, and then we also have rose gold with the crystal clear ones there. So love those. They are so pretty. They each are made up of 7 pieces. They've got some nice articulation in them. They work beautifully for bracelets, the way they just like drape like that. Oops, as I throw it on my mat there. We've got another cubic zirconia flower pendant here. Isn't that cute? Got the sweet little pink petals with an orange center there. This one is a super fun, like it's 2 pieces, so you have kind of that 3D look. You have the teal enamel on there as well. It's a really cute little spring charm. I love that. And then we have these larger enameled flower pendants. Aren't those cute? I love the like satin pink there. That's what the back looks like. And you will get 2 of those per bag. And also going to per bag, we have these teeny tiny little flower charms. Look at those. They're so sweet. You've got a little cubic zirconia in the center of this flower. It's just adorable. I love those. I'm going to put one back so I can keep track of which bag is which. And then we also have a 2-pack of a slightly larger flower. These little 2-piece sets make perfect earrings. They're really, really cute. I love those with that cubic zirconia at the center. All right, we also have some glass flower charms. This is going to be a mix of colors. So it looks like, though, that at least in this bag, and I will check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure there's 2 of each color in every bag. So they make great earring pairs as well. So you get 2 of the blue, 2 of these like orange and blue, the coral orange there, and the red and the pink. Super cute. So 10 pieces per bag there. Nice assortment. And then we have these carved imitation coral beads. Now, these are generally made up of like powdered shell and in like a resin-based lacquer. And they are then carved into these amazing floral shapes. They're so pretty. So we have them in a bright turquoise blue and then a slightly darker, I'm just going to put them back in the bag there, turquoise green. And I did want to call out, we see a little bit of variation in these just from the way they're made. You may have a couple in the pack that are very slightly lighter or darker, as you can see here. But it's not such a massive difference that they don't coordinate with each other. It's just a subtle color variation. But we'll always mention that kind of thing when we see it. We also have some adorable lampwork glass flower beads. Now these are going to be sold 2 per bag per color, so you can get 2 blue or 2 yellow. And these are just so beautifully made. Look at all of those little flower details all over these beads. There's the hole. They are super cute. That's what they look like strung. And beautifully handcrafted. Sold again 2 per bag on those. All right, we have some Czech glass coming up too. We've got a couple pressed Hawaiian flowers. We've got these matte icy blues, which are so cute. 4 pieces per bag. And then we have these gorgeous yellow with the heavy Picasso on them. Look at that. 4 pieces per bag on those as well. We also have some white with this gorgeous pink wash. Super pretty. I love how the white really picks up the pink tone there. And then we have a couple table cut Czech glass beads in the smaller size. So you'll get 10 pieces of these per bag. And I think they're an 8mm here. And you're going to have white glass there with the blue wash. And I really love the way that it settles down into the parts of the bead that have not been table cut. Just so cute. We have those with a lighter aqua wash as well. Super pretty. Again, 10 pieces per bag. So fun. All right, I'm going to push this up just a little bit to make a little room. We have a lot of gorgeous melons from the Czech Republic, these super cute melon beads. Here's the 6mm size in a turquoise and white swirl with a mint wash. And we've got a bunch of the 8mm melons, which will be sold 12 pieces per bag. These are jet with a Picasso. Look at that finish. It's so pretty. All those different swirls of kind of green and brown. And here is a really fun light blue with a Lila Vega finish on it. So I think it might be the crystal and blue swirl under there, if you look at that. It's a little hard to tell, but I will have it in my notes when I go to list them. Super cute. Very lustrous, that's the word. Here we have a purple and clear swirl with a black wash, which kind of really emphasizes the, just the shape there, the corrugated shape. That's the word I was looking for. And here is, so this is going to be probably the same blue and white finish that is under the luster on these. So this is a crystal with a turquoise blue, and you've got these gorgeous silver wash accents. All right, next up we have these matte, those are so pretty, look at that, matte crystal AB with a little bit, again, of that, this is the powder blue swirl instead of, and it's very minor. You can see there's only like one or two that have the large blue swirls through them. But those are so beautiful. I love that. Just that crystal with the powder blue, and then it is all given a matte finish, and AB and Aurora Borealis multicolor accents on top. So fun. Okay, up next we have these, again with that silver accent, but this time they are the lighter blue instead of the turquoise. If you want to see the difference there. I love it. All right, and here's an opaque turquoise with a rose gold wash. Love that. Turquoise is just one of my favorite colors that the Czech Republic does. I don't know, it's just always so rich and gorgeous. And here's the same with a gold wash instead of the rose gold. Super pretty. I'm filling up my mat here. Here we have mint with a gold wash. It's a really pale mint. That is lovely. And here is, this is a fun one. This is, again, that blue and crystal swirl, but you can see it's got a heavy gold wash all over, and that makes it look almost green because the yellow from the gold and the blue swirl. It's really fun. I love those. Ooh, these are fun too. This is a pink and turquoise swirl with that gold wash. That's really a fun mix. And then here it is with a silver. And instead of just a wash that settles in the channels, this has like an all-over shimmer finish. Super cute. Generally when you see gold wash or silver wash, that means, like with these beads, it's an accent that kind of just brings out the pattern in the bead. So these are mostly crystal with a little bit of pink, and then that gold wash over top. Ooh, these are pretty. So again, you've got the mostly crystal bead, and this has a bit of a pink coat to it as well. It's not just the wash. It's so subtle and so pretty. Love those. I'm really running out of space here. I'm going to try to finish just a couple more to try to finish the melons, and then I will clean my mat. All right, here is a lovely, again, so this is like the cornflower and pink instead of the turquoise and pink. But again, you've got this great opaque mix with that silver wash. So pretty. Ooh. And here is a striated pink and clear bead with a pink wash over top. Love that. All right, and that's it for the melons. I'm going to pick this up, and we've got some more fun springtime Czech glass to look at. Okay, so up next we have these fun Czech glass teardrops. I love the gently striated pink there with the Picasso finish. You can see there's some slight variation in exact color. They're so cool. I love the patterns on those. They look like little Easter eggs almost to me. Next up we have, look at these little coffee bean beads. Are those not the cutest thing? They have this brown Picasso wash over an opal glass, which just means it has this multicolor sheen to it. And they are drilled top to bottom. They're so cute. You get 10 pieces per bag on those. I'm going to pick myself some jewelry with that. I am highly caffeine dependent. So, you know, love the coffee. All right, these are adorable. These little table cup butterflies. They're a nice turquoise blue with this red wash. So fun for spring. I'm going to leave one in the bag. And look at these little pears. They're so fun. These are top drilled side to side, and you have this great mix of red and green. They're just so cute. And I think they look more like pears when they're strung, maybe. But they're very fun. All right, you get 4 pieces per bag. Next, we have some of my favorite Czech glass shape, which is the maple leaf. I love these pressed beads. Aren't they pretty? This like gorgeous metallic red finish. Just beautiful. It's really subtle, kind of pinkish red. And then we have a green as well. Look at that. And these are going to be sold 12 pieces per bag. We also have these beautiful Lila Vega, which is like a bronzy purple with a metallic gold luster there. I just made up several adjectives in that sentence. But it's okay. I have an English degree, so I'm allowed. All right, these are tulips, which are super cute. I love the purple with the gold wash. Very fun for spring. We have a lot of super cute tulips. Look at these. These are a matte purple with an AB wash. Ooh, look at that. It's so shiny. The contrast of the rainbow finish with the matte purple is just so cute. Love it. Here we have some teal glass with the gold wash. And then we also have this nice light pink, so Rosalind there with the gold. So cute. And then look at this opaque blue and gold. This cornflower blue is so pretty. I love it. Next up, we have, oh, those are actually light amethyst, my bad. I said they were pink, but these are the pink. They look similar, but when they're next to each other, it's much more obvious that this one is more purple. Yep. All right. I knew I had the light rose in there somewhere. And then here is a gorgeous white with that pink wash in a double AB finish. So you've got that AB 2 times on each side there. Super colorful and shiny. I love shiny things. I can't help it. Look at these. So these have a red coat over a white base, which is kind of fun because sometimes you get like this nice little delineation between the stamens at the top and the petals. And other times the coating's a little bit heavier and you almost get a darker space in between them. Super cute though. Love that. It's a nice little variation there. All right, I'm going to pick these up, and we've got some more bell flowers to look at. Okay, up next we have some gorgeous Czech bell flowers in a couple of different sizes. These are a lovely pink opal with this great gold wash there. I love pink opal. It's one of the most expensive glasses to produce, but it is well worth it. It's just so pretty. Then we have these larger bell flowers in a pink AB. Rosalind AB there if you want to be technical. And we also have some of these daylily beads, which are just gorgeous. Look at that Lazure blue. All that finish, all those different colors. So pretty. So you get 6 per bag of those. Next, we have these cute little flowers. Look at these. These are top drilled, and these will be sold by weight because they are so small. They're so cute. And so you have these Lila Vega luster here, the purple blue. Then we have a pink luster here, kind of a pinky purple look. And then we have a couple of the spice finishes too. This looks like the curry spice. Well, maybe we only have the one spice finish. Love that. That orangey red with the way the metallic finish just settles into the details in those is so cute. And then we also have these beautiful blue flowers, as I drop them, with a gold wash. Look at that. Super fun. You get a lot of pieces in these bags too. There's a lot in there. Okay, we also have some itty bitty little flowers, which will also be machine sorted. We have these super cute little, well, that one's, yeah, one thing I will point out with the machine sorted ones is unlike the hand sorted where we've gone through and pulled anything that, like where the mold didn't quite get filled, you may find an occasional misshapen bead in the ones that are sorted by weight, but most of them are going to be perfectly fine. So just keep an eye out for that. They are beautiful. And you will also find some subtle variations sometimes in shape too, which is normal, but stuff like that, this bead here, we'd pull that out when we're hand sorting because we don't generally include them. But when the machines are sorting, it's also, it's all just done by weight, but it's also less expensive. So you do get a lot of savings in there too, which makes up for the odd bead out or two there. You also have these little tiny 6x4 baby bells, which are so cute. Here's this little blue opal. Look at that. Very pretty. This one is so fun. This blue and green swirl. It's a subtle swirl, but it's so pretty. I love the subtle variations there. Just so fun. Here again we have pink opal. Super cute. It's funny how with the gold wash over it, it looks so much more like on the earthy brown side of the pink spectrum, while these are much more of a baby pink. It's just, the Czech Republic always does such cool things with their beads. All right, these are deep, dark amethyst. So pretty. Super cute. You get a good number in there. These are going to be medium sapphire. Lovely. And you've got your aqua blue. And then also some olivine. Beautiful. All right, so we've got all these. I'm going to clean this up, and then we'll take a look at some of the new findings we have coming in this week, and a couple more charms. Okay, up next we have a whole bunch of findings, plus a few more charms. So first of all, back in stock, we have wire guardians in a variety of metal finishes. So we've got silver, gold, copper, bronze here. And we have a couple different sizes as well. We also have some in stainless steel. So we've got the thinner size, which I usually use for my cords that are less than 1 millimeter, like my 0.45 millimeter tiger tail. These are my favorite size for that. If you've got a slightly larger cord, more in the 1 millimeter, then these, the Fine 4539, this size is going to be better suited for that. And if you've never used a wire guardian, essentially what it does is it protects your wire from like the wire loop that you make at the end of your piece, protects it from the inside of your clasp. You're just going to go through your crimp bead or other stopper, up and around and back down, back through your crimp bead, and it just gives some support to that loop. It keeps it from, being super bent up or rubbing on the clasp. Helps prevent breakage. So, I use them in some of my designs and tutorials if you want to see them in action, but they're a really useful finding for that. I like to keep them on hand, so I'm glad we got the chance to restock. And I always love stainless steel. It is more expensive, but it is also hypoallergenic, tarnish resistant. These are great. I believe they're all nickel free and everything. I haven't had any problems with these tarnishing either, especially the darker colors. They're not really. They're very long lasting as well. And the silver and gold are very nicely coated, so I'm not seeing any troubles there. But for longevity, stainless steel is always my favorite. If you live in a really humid climate or you wear a lot of perfume, I always recommend stainless steel. So here are some of my favorite crimp beads. These are surgical steel, and then this is the gold-plated version, 18 karat gold over surgical steel, which is a high-grade stainless steel. And I just really like this size, the 2 by 1 millimeter, because it works well. It's basically a size 2 crimp bead here, and it works very well for, again, the 0.45 millimeter tiger tail that I like to use. They're sturdy, they're not going to break on you, they're really, really nice crimp beads, so I like those a lot. And that is fine at $25.29 and for the stainless steel, and $45.30 for the gold-plated stainless steel. Alright, now we have some more super cute little cubic zirconia and gold-plated brass items. Once again, a nice little 2-piece set of flowers that would make adorable earrings. I love those. Next up, we have just this, I thought this was so cute. Look at this colorful cubic zirconia charm. You've just got this enamel around it, very geometric, very bright. Just thought that was fun. So we've got that. Ooh, we've also got this fun Nautilus pendant with the cubic zirconia pave set at intervals around it. Very nice and beachy for summer, and this one maybe slightly more autumn, but I wear leaves all year round. Nature themes. This is a beautiful leaf. Look at that. The cubic zirconia through the veining there, and a nice sized bail as well. Alright, these are definitely very summery. You've got these little mermaid tail or fish tails. These are made of brass plated in 18 karat gold, and they would make adorable earrings, I think. Super fun. They're really textured. That's what the other side looks like. They're slightly curved. Just a lot of fun. You get 2 per bag. Next, we've got these cute little carnelian cherries. Look at these. I've got an acrylic leaf there. They're handmade, so they're very slightly an exact size. I just thought they were too cute to make super sweet little earrings and stuff too. Okay, so after that, pretty much everything else we're going to be listing this week is going to be findings in chain, which I'm very excited about. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so up next we have some stainless steel stopper crimps. These are some of my new favorite crimps to use. I love stopper crimps. I will have a video later this week on how to use these if you've never used them before. It's very simple. You're just going to, position it the same way you would your regular crimp bead. You can see they've got this little peg on them. And you're just going to get like some flat pliers, some flat nose pliers, or nylon pliers. I do not use crimping pliers with these. They are not made for crimping pliers. Just a regular flat nose will work. And you just gotta push down that little peg it just provides tension against those wires. It holds it in place really well. I'm actually been very pleased with these. I haven't had any issues with wire slippage or anything. So I've been very happy. And we'll have those in gold-plated stainless steel as well. All right. Up next, I'm excited about these. These are just a little kit with some of my favorite finishing supplies. So you get lobster claw clasps. You get these little clamshell bead tips, which if you've watched my tutorials, you know these are my favorite way to finish off a piece. So we've got the clamshell bead tips, and then we've got jump rings to put it all together. So it's just a little convenient way to buy all three together, have some great finishing pieces, and we will have it in a gold finish as well. So, yep, just trying to make it easier. Let me know what you think if you like the finding kits. Maybe we'll see if we can put together some more. This is a very simple one, but I like keeping things together in my bead box. Like, this is my bag of finishing supplies. Yep, I lose things. Putting them in bigger bags helps me lose them less. But that's just me. Okay, we also have a ton of jump rings coming up this week, which I'm excited about. First of all, we've got stainless steel jump rings in some different sizes here. We've got like 4, 5, and 6, and then I think a 7mm there in stainless steel. We also have gold-plated stainless steel. So here we go. We've got 4, 5, 6, and 8 in those. So you get 100 pieces per bag of the stainless steel, and then I believe it's 50 pieces per bag of the gold-plated stainless steel. We also have, sold by weight, some nice nickel-free base metal jump rings, and those are going to be available in a wide variety of finishes. One thing, I did not buy the gold finishes in this because I've had some issues before occasionally with it. I went for the gold-plated stainless steel because I think they last longer. The stainless steel is such an anti-tarnish metal that the gold-finished stainless steel will last for years generally, and sometimes the base metal gold plate doesn't do quite as well. They usually, like I said, I've been very happy with this factory, but every now and then, if any of the finishes is going to have an issue, it's almost always the gold or rose gold. They tend to be more finicky. So I've just gone with silver and copper and bronze here, but I've also added gunmetal because we've had a lot of requests for gunmetal findings, so I'm doing what I can. Whoops, and that bag was open. My bad. We've got some 8mm gunmetal jump rings. I'll clean that up later. On the loose there, as well as 10mm. So you're going to have 4, 6, 8, and 10 there. And in bronze also. Looks like we've got 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 here. So lots to choose from, lots of findings going up. Jump rings are just one of those things that, you know, everybody uses. You got to have them. And I always feel like they're so expensive at the craft store. So we've got some more in, trying to offer a wide variety. If you don't see here the kind that you would like to use, let me know in the comments. I always love to know what people are looking for as I continue to do my purchasing. All right. I'm going to set these aside, and we've got some head pins and chain and clasps. All right, we also have some head pins coming in this week. We've got some, looks like about 40mm brass with a gunmetal plating here. Nice little 1.5mm ball head pin there. We have some shorter but fancy plated brass head pins here, again with the ball head. And this one is going to be your gold plated and then your rose gold plated. So we've got those. And we also have some gold plated stainless steel in 2 different lengths here. One thing to note, these are a little on the thinner side, so sometimes they come kind of bent. They are easy to just kind of reshape there and yeah, and just straighten up. So they might look a little bit like that. Some of them might be a little bent just from the manufacturing and shipping process. These ones don't seem to be as effective, but they are thicker too. So the wire gauge does matter with that. All right, so we've got some head pins. We also have some stainless steel chain coming in, which I'm very excited about. It's been a minute since we got more chain in. So here's a nice curb chain. And again, I love stainless steel. It is tarnish resistant. It is hypoallergenic. Ooh, some nice little oval chain. It is sturdy. It is strong, even in the thin links. It lasts really well. It doesn't tarnish. We also have back in stock our stainless steel Koreana chain. So this is fun. This is a beadable chain. And you can bead right on it. You can crimp right on it to kind of hold things in place. We have a video on how to use Koreana chain if you've never used it before. It's a really fun material, and it will forever and always make me think of Wendy Whitman, who was such a light, and she loved using Koreana chain. But anyway, I love it too. I'm happy to have it back in. Here we have some laser cut or diamond cut stainless steel chain. You see they've got that like faceted element there on the end. It's really pretty. We also have a thinner curb chain. There you go. These are fun. Up next, this has like that like knurled finish. Almost like a diamond cut pattern. It's very shiny. Then we've got a teeny tiny itty bitty little cable chain here. So delicate. Look at that. And yet it's very sturdy still. And then finally, here's a smaller version of that that little faceting there, the diamond cut, sorry. My brain just stopped functioning for a second there. So these are all of our stainless steel chains. They're all going to be sold by the 1 meter segment, which is about 3 feet. So here we go. I'll just kind of wrap it. You can kind of see how long that is. So it's like 3.2 feet in a meter. Except for the Koreana chain, which I believe is sold by 2 meters. It definitely looks longer than a meter. So we will have all of these coming up. And then the other thing that we are going to be working on bringing you this week is lobster claw clasps in a bunch of different metal tones. So these are going to be a base metal, like zinc alloy mix. So they are lead-free and cadmium-free. And almost all the colors are nickel-free as well. The rose gold, I don't know if it has, I think that's the one that doesn't have its nickel-free certification yet. And that might just be it's a newer product and they haven't finished the tests. But I never put nickel-free unless the supplier has provided the documentation. So, and it has on most of them, all except the rose gold. Anyway, lead-free, cadmium-free is all done for all of them. Anyway, so we'll have these this week. If you've been waiting for lobster claw clasp, it's a very economical pack. As well as we've been running low on chain. I'm excited to get some in. So excited to bring you that. And again, stainless steel is just one of my favorite materials for its longevity. That is everything we're going to be listing this week, other than hopefully on Friday we will have your April box extras available. So keep an eye out for that as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend this upcoming weekend. And yeah, just appreciate y'all so much. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, happy beading.